Yes, smart people don't create goals anymore. I will explain why. You know what's crazy? 6 months ago, I was sitting in my room, staring at my journal filled with goals I'd written down. Get fit, save more money, start a business, all these amazing goals. And guess what? None of them were happening. I had the same goals written down from 2 years ago. How embarrassing is that? I remember feeling so frustrated, thinking, what's wrong with me? Why can't I stick to anything? I was doing everything the self-help gurus told me to do, setting smart goals, visualizing success, creating vision boards, the whole 9 yards. Then one random Tuesday, while I was beating myself up about another failed goal, I got coffee with an old friend who's now running a successful tech company. I expected him to tell me about all his ambitious goals and crazy targets. Instead, he said something that completely flipped my world upside down. He looked at me and said, I haven't set a single goal in the past 3 years. Wait, what? This guy built a 7-figure business without setting goals? I thought he was joking. But then he shared something that changed everything for me. Not just my approach to success, but my entire life. And here's the thing. After implementing what I learned that day, I've accomplished more in the past 6 months than I did in the previous 2 years combined. The craziest part, it felt almost effortless. So what's this secret approach that smart people are using instead of traditional goal setting? They're creating systems. Now, before your eyes glaze over at that word systems, let me explain what I mean with a simple example. Let's say you have a goal to lose 20 pounds. That's great, but here's the problem with just having that goal. It tells you nothing about how you're actually going to get there. It's like saying you want to go to Paris without having any idea how to book a flight or get a passport. A system, on the other hand, is the vehicle that gets you to your destination. Instead of focusing on losing 20 pounds, you create a system like, I prep healthy meals every Sunday for the week ahead, or I go for a 20-minute walk every day after dinner. See the difference? Let me share a personal story that really drove this home for me. Last year, I had the goal of starting my own online business. I kept focusing on hitting specific revenue numbers, but I was getting nowhere. Then I switched to creating a system. Every Monday, I research market trends. Every Wednesday, I connect with potential clients. And every Friday, I review and improve my services. No excuses, no negotiations. Guess what happened? The business started growing faster than ever before. Why? Because I stopped obsessing over the numbers and instead focused on the daily actions that would inevitably lead to growth. Now, before telling you how to create systems, let me tell you something interesting. Systems have 3 massive advantages over traditional goal setting. Systems are stress-free. When you have a system, you don't have to worry about hitting some arbitrary number. All you have to do is follow your system. It's like being on autopilot. The results take care of themselves. Systems create habits. Goals are temporary. Once you hit your goal, then what? But systems? They stick around. They become part of who you are. It becomes as natural as brushing your teeth. Systems work even on your worst days. This is huge. Goals often rely on motivation, which comes and goes like the weather. But systems? They work even when you're not feeling it. Just like how you still shower even when you're tired, your system keeps running. You know what? I used to have the goal of being more productive. Super vague, right? I tried everything. Productivity apps, fancy planners, you name it. Nothing stuck. Then I created a simple morning system. Wake up at 6 a.m., make my bed immediately, drink a full glass of water, and work on my most important task for 90 minutes before checking any messages or emails. Notice how specific that is? That's not a goal. It's a sequence of actions, a system. And here's the beautiful part. I didn't have to think about being productive anymore. I just followed my system, and productivity became automatic. Now, I can hear some of you thinking, but wait, aren't goals important too? And you're absolutely right. Here's the key distinction that changed everything for me. Goals are for setting direction, but systems are for making progress. Think of it like this. A goal is like deciding you want to drive to Los Angeles. That's important. You need to know where you're going. But the system is your car, the gas in your tank, and the actual act of driving. You need both, but most people spend too much time thinking about the destination and not enough time building their vehicle. So how do you actually create effective systems? Here's my simple 3-step process. Number 1, start ridiculously small. Don't try to overhaul your entire life overnight. Want to write or read a book? Start with writing 50 words a day or reading 5 pages per day. Want to get in shape? Start with 1 push-up a day. The system needs to be so easy that it feels almost laughable. Number 2, focus on consistency over intensity. I'd rather see you do something small every single day than something huge once in a while. Remember, systems are about sustainability, not short-term bursts. Number 3, track your system, not your goals. Instead of obsessing over results, track whether you followed your system each day. Did you do your morning routine? Check. Did you write your 50 words? Check. The results will follow naturally. Here's what I want you to do right now. Think of one goal you've been struggling with. Now, instead of focusing on that end result, what's one tiny system you could put in place to move in that direction? Remember, goals are important for direction, but systems are what get you there. The most successful people understand this difference. They don't just dream about their destination. They build reliable vehicles to get them there. And hey, since we're talking about systems, why not make watching these videos part of your personal growth system? If this approach resonates with you, hit that like button and subscribe for more practical strategies like this. And hey, if you truly care about your friend or anyone, share it with them. They might need to hear this message too. Stay awesome. And remember, success isn't about your goals, it's about your systems.